I don't normally make videos like this, which I've been saying a lot lately. But there's only so long that someone who invests so much time and effort into the game can hold their tongue. Although I don't involve myself in things related to drama, and I try to stay away from the negativity in the game. And anyone who has seen my content before knows that every time this whole thing comes around when people say NGS is dying, I'm like, guys, it's not. Don't worry. People exaggerate. The game's not dying. But honestly, now it seems entirely possible. And to be quite honest, NGS is not dying because of the devs. It's also not dying because of Sega. It's dying because of us. I've always said and been a firm believer that dead game syndrome comes from people saying the game is dead. Imagine being someone looking for a game that you want to invest your time and effort and even money sometimes into. And when you ask around or you look up information, you see people saying the game is dead and only negative comments. I know I wouldn't play that game. I wouldn't touch that game. That would definitely turn me away. Look, like, this isn't my first or second or 10th or even 15th MMO. I have played a lot. And I know that negativity just kind of comes with the territory. But I've always felt like NGS has been different for me. Yeah, there's negativity. There is. Although I do things like community events and whatnot to bring people together, I'm not blind to the negativity. But at one point, you could choose to avoid it. Yeah, you go on social media, you see a couple of negative comments or negative tweets or whatever, X's, I don't know what you call them. And you move past it and you see screenshots and people talking about cool things that they did. But now, it's everywhere. NGS was my happy place, and you took it away. Sometimes we'd see people being negative in the lobbies and things like that. And I want to say Ship 3 is a very we're a very, I guess, like, more positive natured ship. Again, drama and things like that exist, but I feel like overall it's more positive. And almost every day when I log in, I walk into a really negative conversation, which is wild to me. I don't know if it's just coincidence or what. As I mentioned social media before, you could push past all that stuff. I always ignored it and got mostly positive things, but now that's all I see. I love NGS with my heart and soul. I have an unhealthy connection to the game. I will fully admit that. I normally stick to making like fashion content and guides for new players and things like that. But it's just, on this topic, I felt like I had to say something. And maybe this is just me venting, or maybe people are going to be angry and hate me for this video. But I think the fault in where NGS is going falls on us. And this has been something that's been slowly building up and increasingly getting worse. But let's talk about the recent hot topic, the last NGS headline we had. Many people are extremely upset about it. And honestly, like, I get why. We've kind of been spoiled lately. Even though people still complain about the previous headlines with lots of information, they've been jam-packing headlines with information. And for us to go back to getting a normal event headline, it feels weird. It feels like not enough. I mean, I just remember after the headline ended, I was like, oh, that was it? But that doesn't mean the future of the game is bleak. This is completely common. If you look at any of the past headlines where they talked about events, I would say at least 80% of them are just about the event. So technically this one gave more because we have information about anime collabs and things like that. But I'm not here to talk anyone out of their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'm just kind of shooting things out there. But the point is, you don't know where this is going. And getting angry before you can even give something a chance just seems, I don't know, it just seems, to me, counterintuitive. But I don't know. Everyone's different. And I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine who have these negative opinions, just because I want to understand their mindset. Most of the remarks I hear are that, oh, the community is negative. All I see is negativity around me. I go in and people are being negative, etc., etc. I don't want that for our game. Hell, I just hosted Ship 3 Festival. We had hundreds of people brought together to celebrate just a day that started a tradition we have on Ship 3 to bring people together. Just seeing the duality of an event like that, to people saying the game is dead and the game is absolute crap, blows my mind. And normally I don't get affected by stuff like that. I'm the glass half full type of person. I could only imagine how it could affect someone who has never experienced things like community events with all that negativity. Hell, could you imagine being a new player right now? Being brand new to the game? And if you are a new player, I just want to tell you it's not always like this. This is a very weird time. Anyway, the point of this video was to say, we are responsible for the future of our game. Regardless of what Sega does, as long as those servers are up, we're responsible for the future of our game. And if we want it to live, I think it's just a better idea to spread positive vibes than clinging on to negativity, because it almost feels like just going into a void. It never ends. I can say that some of these really positive encounters I've had in game have affected not only my view of the game and how I feel about the game, but also like my positivity outside of that. You don't have to agree with me. I just really hope that you listened. If you think my opinion is completely wrong, that's fine. But I hope you took the time to truly listen to what I had to say. And maybe this is just me venting, I don't know. But I want to see better for NGS, or it will die. No one wants that. Even the people who say the game is crap don't want that, because they still play every single day. As I always say, guys, stay comfy and just try to stay a little bit more on the positive side. Not everything is great. I'm someone who, on a personal note, struggles with depression. Even right now, I'm not having a great time, but I'm not going to completely give up on one of my outlets because things aren't going my way. Just try to surround yourself and others with the good things and enjoy them while they're here. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, well, bye guys.